If you're planning a trip to the south of France, you need to put Aix-en-Provence on your list. But before you hop on that plane, I am somebody who has lived here for the past 5 years, so I thought I'd give you a few pointers. So here's everything you need to know before visiting Aix from somebody who actually lives here. From markets, lavender, what to wear, how to stay connected, and even my favorite hidden terrace, this is your guide to Aix-en-Provence. Let's start with one of the most charming parts of life here, the markets. Aix has a market every single day, but the main markets take place on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and they start around 8:30 a.m. You'll find them all over the city center, one that has produce, one that has fresh flowers, and another that has antiques and clothing. The one that takes place every single day is located in Place Richelme. It is the perfect place to enjoy a cup of coffee, choose from one of the many terraces that surround the market. Just sit back under the plane trees and enjoy the slower pace of life here. After your coffee, browse the stalls for fresh seasonal produce. It's a ritual I have grown to love. Now, if you're here on a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Saturday, you're in for the big market days. They completely take over the city center. Just around the corner from Place Richelme, you'll find the flower market in Place de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's honestly like walking through a painting. Bright colored flowers everywhere. And if you're lucky, you might spot an artist capturing the scene with their brush. Then head over to Place des Pêcheurs for another large produce market. This is where I get my favorite olives. And finally, make your way down Cours Mirabeau, where you'll find an array of linen clothing, Provençal tablecloths, artisan goods, and sometimes antiques. If you want that magical local feel, definitely go early. If you wait until later in the morning, it's still beautiful, but expect bigger crowds. The markets close up shop at 1 p.m. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but Aix is tiny. You can walk the whole historic center within just a day, but that's part of its charm. But it's also why it can feel really crowded during peak tourist season. So if you want the sunshine without the crowds, make sure you plan your trip for April or May, or this may be my favorite time of year, September. The weather is perfect, restaurants are open, and you'll actually have space to breathe. Avoid June through August if you don't love intense heat and packed streets. Aix gets really hot, like really hot. Provence in the summertime is no joke. Temperatures often reach 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So skip the heels, bring your breathable fabrics, think linen, cotton, and of course your summer dresses. Also, if you're booking an Airbnb, make sure they have air conditioning, especially in June, July, and August, because trust me, you are going to feel the heat. One quick but important tip, stay connected. Wi-Fi can sometimes be a bit spotty in the old town or even on trains. So a quick pause to share something that's made a big difference in our past few trips, and I know it will help you here on your visit to the south of France. We used it when we went back to visit my family this past December, and it honestly made staying connected so easy. No hunting for SIM cards and no dealing with those long lines at the airport kiosks. You just install it once and you're good to go. What's great is their Discover Plus eSIM. It gives you coverage in over 130 countries with calls, texts, and data all from one number. You can track your usage, top up anytime through the app, and the best part, you don't need a different eSIM for every country. Just one and you're set for the year. So if you're planning a trip, big or small, install Airalo today for free and use my code SAMF3 for $3 off your first eSIM. It's linked at the top of the description and I will make sure to pin it in the comments for you. Thank you so much Airalo for sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about Sundays. Everything is mostly closed, but in peak tourist season, more restaurants and cafes will stay open. I personally love Sundays. I think it's great to explore the city. There's less crowds and you get to really take in the vibe of the city. You can sit on a terrace, enjoy a drink, people watch, but if you plan on coming to Aix to do some shopping, I would avoid visiting on a Sunday. Speaking of terraces, one of my favorite hidden spots in Aix is Hôtel de Caumont. You can't see it from the street, but if you walk through the gallery entrance, you'll find this peaceful little oasis. Enjoy lunch or a sweet treat in the garden, and they also host rotating art exhibitions, which are always worth checking out. Now, lavender. I know you want to see it, everybody does, but just a heads up, you're gonna have to head out of the city to see these gorgeous, gorgeous lavender fields. One of the easiest and most beautiful spots to visit in Aix is Terre Ugo. It's a peaceful, family-run lavender farm just a short drive away, and you can walk through the lavender fields, take photos, or even picnic among the flowers. They even host little aperos. It's a really, really beautiful place to see the lavender. Lavender blooms from late June to mid-July, and the window is short. So if seeing the fields in full color is a must for you, definitely plan your dates around that. With that said, even if you're not here during peak lavender season, you can still enjoy it in other ways. Markets and boutiques sell lavender honey, handmade soaps, scented sachets, and lotions, all locally made and perfect to bring a little Provence back home with you. If you're spending a couple of days in Aix, I recommend exploring outside of the city. There are a few places that feel like a breath of fresh air, quite literally. First, Château La Coste. It's not just a vineyard, though the wine alone is worth the visit. It's also an open-air contemporary art museum set in the middle of rolling vineyards and olive trees. You can do a wine tasting, wander the art and architecture trail, or just enjoy a long lunch on the terrace. It is definitely a must-see. And then there's Montagne Sainte-Victoire. If you've seen a Cézanne painting, then you have seen this gorgeous mountain. It was his muse. You can hike it or just admire it from afar, but either way, it is the symbol of Aix. There are several trails, from more relaxed walks to more advanced hikes, with panoramic views of the region. Just make sure you bring your water and go early, especially in the summer. Aix is full of fountains, hidden courtyards, and little surprises. My best advice is just wander, don't overplan, just walk through the streets and simply take it all in. Oh, and always make a restaurant reservation, even for lunch. Aix is small, so tables fill up fast. And if you're not able to make it to Provence, I have hundreds of videos on this channel for a little virtual escape. So make sure you subscribe and follow along as I share my life here in the south of France. So there you go, everything I'd tell a friend before their first visit to Aix-en-Provence. If you're planning your own trip, don't forget to download Airalo. It will save you so much stress, and let's be honest, it's 2025. We all need data. So use my code SAMF3 to save yourself $3. And that does it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful time exploring Aix-en-Provence. C'est fini!